Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends, Wooden Railway Adventures, Episode 137, Scruff and Scruffy. "Does anyone know why Sir Topham has called us here?" asked Boko one morning. "Not exactly," said Mavis. "It's quite early. I want to go back to sleep." "Yeah," said Fergus. "Same here. Sir Topham Hatt woke me up from a nice dream I was having. Sometimes I just don't understand Sir Topham Hatt." "Yeah," said Bill. "Same here. Well, we do have a problem on our hands." "What's that?" asked Fergus. "Sir Topham Hatt called us to a meeting here at the turntable, and, well, Sir Topham Hatt's not here." "That is a big problem," said Ben. "Nothing to fear," said a voice, and with that, Sir Topham Hatt stepped up. "Sir Topham Hatt," said the engines. "Hello, and good morning," said Sir Topham Hatt. "Sir," asked Mavis, "if I can ask this with the utmost politeness, why have you called us here so early?" "Yes," said Sir Topham Hatt. "Well, I have some unfortunate news." "Uh-oh," said Boko. "Well, what's this about, sir?" "You remember a few months ago that we had to shut the quarry down for a few days because it was raining so hard?" "Yeah," said Bill. "Those were the worst couple days of my life." "Agreed," said Ben. Sir Topham Hatt laughed. "Anyway," he said, "well, the unfortunate news is that the quarry on the standard gauge railway is being closed down forever." "What?" said Boko. "Sir, we've worked here for a long time." "Yeah," said Mavis. "I've worked at the quarry every day since I've been on the island of Sodor." The twins were in shock. "What? The quarry? The quarry's our home," they said. "Yes," said Sir Topham Hatt. "I know it's quite a shock, but I had some experts come in the other day, and they informed me that with all the rain we've been having, rock will be loose for years." "What do you mean, rock will be loose for years?" said Fergus. "The rock will be unstable for a long time," said Sir Topham Hatt, "which can mean two things. One, we'll have a lot of rock fall down and it'll be easy to pick up. Or B, we'll have a lot of rock slides." "I don't like rock slides," said Mavis. "I don't either," said Bill. "Me neither," said Fergus. "All right," said Sir Topham Hatt. "So you guys understand where I'm coming from?" "I suppose so," said Boko. It's weird. No quarry on the standard gauge railway anymore?" "Yes," said Sir Topham Hatt, "but nothing to fear. The narrow gauge engines have a quarry on their railway as well, and the experts predicted that they'll be able to keep up with demand." "Well, that's awesome," said Ben. "Yes, indeed," said Sir Topham Hatt. "I called you specific engines here because, well, you guys usually work at the quarry the most often." "Indeed," said Boko. "Well, sir, what do you want us to do now that we don't really have a job anymore?" "Yes," said Sir Topham Hatt. "Well, the four of you can run off and do your own thing. Boko, I have a special treat for you." "Really?" said Boko. "Yes," said Sir Topham Hatt. "Goodbye, everybody else." "Goodbye, sir," said the engines, and with that, the four engines that weren't needed there anymore puffed away. "All right, sir," said Boko. What's up?" I have a very special thing to give you." "Really?" said Boko. "Yes," said Sir Topham Hatt. A new engine will be arriving on the island of Sodor." "Ooh," said Boko. What's his name?" "His name is Scruff," said Sir Topham Hatt, "but he won't be arriving until later tonight." "Really?" said Boko. "Yes," said Sir Topham Hatt, "so you can do whatever you want for the beginning of the day. But please be at the docks later tonight so that you can greet the new engine and show him around." "Yes, sir," said Boko. "Will do, sir." "Excellent. You're a very good engine, Boko." "Goodbye." "Goodbye, sir," said Boko, and with that, Sir Topham Hatt walked away. "Wow," said Boko. "I'm still in shock from the quarry being shut down. But looks like I have a free day. I wonder what I'm going to do." Just then, Boko saw an unfamiliar engine pull up. "Ooh," said Boko. "Hello. Are you new?" "Yes," said the engine. "I just got here." "Oh, really?" said Boko. "Wait, is your name Scruff?" "Yes," said the engine. "I'm new to Sodor." Yeah. Well, welcome to Sodor. My name's Boko." "I'm Scruff. Nice to meet you." "Nice to meet you too," said Boko. "Hey, do you know where your controller is? I forgot his name. Sir Totten, Sir something." "Sir Topham Hatt?" laughed Boko. "Yes," said Scruff. I need to speak with him immediately." "What do you need to tell him?" asked Boko. "That I've arrived here a few hours early." Boko laughed. "Yes," said Boko. "Well, unfortunately, Sir Topham Hatt was here just a few minutes ago, but, well, once Sir Topham Hatt leaves, it's almost impossible to find him." "Really?" said Scruff. "Yes, he's almost a magical man. He can go anywhere on the island of Sodor very quickly." "Interesting," said Scruff. "Well, do you know what I'm supposed to do today?" "Not exactly," said Boko. "Hey, I have a job you can do." "Really?" said Scruff. "Yeah," said Boko. "Look over here. This is our yard." "Oh, wow," said Scruff. "It looks a little bit disorganized." "Yes," said Boko, "and you are going to organize it." "Really?" said Scruff. "Yes," said Boko. "Do you think that will be too much of a challenge?" "No, indeed," said Scruff. "I've worked with trucks for years." "Excellent," said Boko. "Well, then, I'll leave you to your work. Thanks for stopping by, Scruff." "No problem at all," said Scruff. It's a pleasure to work here on the Island of Sodor. I've heard many great things about it. And with that, Scruff puffed away to go into the yard. Well, look who we have here, said Scruffy. Guys, it's a new engine. The trucks were in shock. A new engine, said the troublesome brake van. We must get rid of him. Hang on, said Scruffy. Let's see what he's like. Scruff had just pulled into the yard. Hi, everybody, said Scruff. My name's Scruff. Ooh, said one of the trucks. He's telling us his name. The more information we know about him, the better, said another one. Shh, said Scruffy. Be quiet. Hey, what'd you say your name was? Yeah, said Fred. What'd you say your name was? My name's Scruff. It says right there on the nameplate. Scruffy became cross, and so did the other trucks. Scruffy, said one of the freight cars. He's copied you. What have I copied you? You've copied my name, said Scruffy. Look, Scruff and Scruffy. Oh, said Scruff. I didn't mean it that way. Sorry, Mr. S.C.Ruffey. That's not my name, said Scruffy crossly. Oh, my bad. I was just reading it like any normal engine would. Look, S.C.Ruffey. It's Scruffy, he said crossly. All right, my mistake, said Scruff. Anyway, I'm here to shunt you, troublesome trucks. Ha, said one of them. Said another truck. Good luck. All right, said Scruff. You guys aren't the friendliest of trucks, but I guess that's just the way Sodor trucks are. Yes, said one of the freight cars. There's a reason why we're called troublesome trucks. Yeah, said Fred. You might as well go away somewhere else. We're troublesome for sure. Heh, said Scruffy. Yeah, Fred's right. Go waste your time someplace else. Nope, said Scruff. I'm here to shunt freight cars. All right, let's get going now. Scruff turned around and he began to shunt the freight cars. The trucks wanted to play a trick on him. All right, said one of the freight cars. On three, yank at the coupling. 1, 2, 3. They yanked backwards, but nothing happened. Scruff stood his ground. What are you two trucks doing back there? Said Scruff. Nothing, said one of them. All right, said Scruff, and with that he pulled them forward. The trucks were struggling as hard as they could, but they couldn't do anything. What was that about? Said Scruffy. You make us look like idiots. Sorry, said the first truck. He was surprisingly strong. He's a small engine. He's no trouble at all. Oh, look, here he comes back. Looks like he's going to shunt in Fred's siding. Oh, nobody messes in Fred's siding, said Fred crossly. Right, ready, we're going to yank at the coupling. 1, 2, 3. And with that, they did. They went backwards a little bit, and Scruff realized this. Oh, dear, he said, troublesome freight cars. What are you up to? They yanked and pulled at the coupling, but nothing happened. Scruff continued to pull them forward, and with that, he was uncoupled with the train. That was an abomination, said Scruffy crossly. You call yourself trucks? Ugh, sorry, Scruffy, said Fred. He was a tough one for sure. Huh, yeah, I'll be the judge of that. Look, here he comes, said one of the freight cars. Scruff backed into the yard and was coupled to the remaining freight cars and the troublesome brake van. All right, let's show him. You ready? Ready, said one of the freight cars. 1, 2. But before Scruffy could count to 3, Scruff yanked forward and pulled him to the front of the yard. Whoa, said Scruffy. He was quite taken aback. This Scruff is surprisingly strong. Yeah, said the other freight car. That's what we were having to deal with. Well, I'm sorry. He may be a tiny engine, but he certainly is strong. What are you trucks talking about? Said Scruff. Nothing, said the freight cars. All right, said Scruff. He pulled him into one long line. The trucks tried their best to cause trouble, but it was no use. Finally, Scruff had the entire train in order. Boko had been watching from a siding and was very impressed. Wow, Scruff, he said. That was incredible. You may be small, but you can for sure pull a big load. Yes, said Scruff. I am small, but like you said, I am very strong. Indeed, said Boko. Well, I don't see an engine around here to pull this train. Do you want to? I guess, said Scruff. What's the matter? Nothing, said Scruff. I'm ready to go. All right, said Boko. Good luck. And with that, Boko rolled away. What's the matter? Said one of the freight cars. I don't know, said another freight car, but Scruffy's ended up at the back of the line. This is ridiculous, said Scruffy. Get me to the front of the train. There's nothing we can do, said Fred crossly. It's up to that engine over there. Yes, said Scruff, I am the engine. I'm in charge here, and you will listen to me. The trucks laughed and laughed. Yeah, he thinks he's in charge, said another freight car. Ridiculous, said Scruff. I am in charge. And with that, Scruff began to pull out of the yard. He said, I suppose it's a late time to tell Boko that I've never pulled trucks before. Oh well, it can't be that hard. It's almost like shunting, but a lot faster, and you're going farther distances. Oh well, I can do this. I won't let these trucks stop me. And with that, Scruff pulled out of the yard. He wasn't going to let these freight cars stop him at all. Scruff soon entered the countryside, but the going was tough. The trucks were doing everything that they could possibly think of to hold him back. Scruff eventually had to rest under the old viaduct. He was wiped out. "Driver," he said out of breath, I don't think I can do this much longer." "Nonsense," said the driver. "You must continue on." "You're right," said Scruff. "I can't let the trucks know that they've won." "We've almost won," shouted one. "No," said Scruff. "You haven't. Here we go." And with that, Scruff continued on. It was very hard for the trucks to remain under control. Scruffy was at the back of the train and was continuing to bark orders to them, but they wouldn't listen. The trucks were doing everything that they possibly could. "Backwards!" yelled Scruffy. "Backwards as fast as you can!" But the trucks at the front thought he said forwards. They pushed Scruff along the line. "No, no, no," said Scruffy. "Wrong way!" But it was all too late. Soon Scruff arrived at the narrow gauge quarry. There was Boulder, much like he had been sitting on the standard gauge railway. "Wow," said Scruff, "I'm finally here. This is quite a surprise. I didn't realize that this narrow gauge quarry was so beautiful." "Hello, what's your name?" "I'm Thumper," said the driller. "Nice to meet you." "Nice to meet you too," said Scruff. Meanwhile, at the back of the train, Scruffy was extremely furious. "We failed," he said. "We failed miserably. Well, we don't even deserve to be called trucks. We're a bunch of nuisances. We're nothing more than that. This small little engine pulled us across the island, and you let it happen?" "Sorry," said the freight cars. "We didn't mean to." "That's not enough," said Scruff. "I'm so angry I could throw him off the rails myself if I tried." And with that, Scruffy gave the entire train a giant, huge bump. It was enough to knock Scruff's front wheels off the edge. "Uh-oh," said Scruff. "Uh-oh. Do it again, yelled one of the freight cars, and Scruffy did. Soon Scruff was turned around, and he accidentally went forward. Whoa, whoa, whoa! With that, the house fell down and hit the foundation of the quarry. "Uh-oh," said Scruff. "This can't be good." And it wasn't. Boulder was at top. "Ooh," came a voice. "What was that?" said Scruff. "Watch out," said Thumper. "Boulder's coming down." And he was right. All of a sudden, Boulder came tumbling down and smashed into Scruff again. He rolled into a field a few feet away. "Whoa," said Scruff. "That was a close one. A near miss with death, so to speak." Just then an engine came around the bend. It was Boko. "Scruff," he said, "what are you doing?" "Boko," said Scruff. What are you doing here?" "I was following you, just to make sure you were all right. You didn't seem very, joyful about having to pull this train." "Well," said Scruff, "I suppose it's a little late to tell you this, but I've never pulled trucks before." "Really?" said Boko. "Yeah," said Scruff. I feel like a rookie or something." "Nonsense," said Boko. "You did just fine. You pulled these troublesome trucks all the way across the island. I'm even a little bit jealous myself." "Uh-oh, here comes Sir Topham Hatt. He doesn't look happy." And he wasn't. "What is the meaning of this?" said Sir Topham Hatt. He was furious. Don't get mad, sir," said Boko. "Scruff pulled this entire train across the island when an engine didn't show up. He did very good, in my opinion." "Well," said Sir Topham Hatt, "I'm not mad at you, Scruff, although it appears you have a few scratches." "Yes," said Scruff. "Boulder's fallen down. I'm sorry, sir. I didn't mean for it to happen." "It's all right," said Sir Topham Hatt. "Boko, I don't know what the deal is with Boulder here. On the standard gauge layout, he can't even stay on this mountain, and now on the narrow gauge layout. It's ridiculous, I say." "Maybe it's time to get rid of him, sir," said Thumper. "I can't," said Sir Topham Hatt. "He's a national landmark on the island of Sodor. People come from all over the world to see this." "Well," said Scruff, "I certainly need to brush up on my Sodor Railway history." "Indeed," said Sir Topham Hatt. But enough about that. Whose fault was this? Scruff, was it yours?" "No," said Scruff. "It was these trucks. They pushed me off." Scruffy laughed and laughed. "I did it, sir," he said. I gave this train a giant bump, and it was enough to send Scruff right off the rails." "He did," said Bulgy, who was sitting nearby. Said Sir Topham Hatt. "This is ridiculous. Luckily, nobody was hurt, and nobody was in this house over here. But still, I have to go hire a crane and put Boulder back on top of his mountain. Somebody needs to be punished. Somebody." "Attention, everyone," he said all of a sudden. "What is it?" asked Scruff. "Scruffy, this troublesome truck over here will be scrapped." "What?" said the freight cars. "What? Oh, no, sir, please don't, sir." "No," said Sir Topham Hatt. "I've had enough of this nuisance. It's time somebody was dealt a punishment here with these troublesome trucks running around." "Sir," said Boko, are you sure? I mean, it's what they're called, troublesome trucks." Still," said Sir Topham Hatt, "I've had enough of them controlling my railway. I'm the one who controls the railway. That's why they call me the Fat Controller." The trucks giggled quietly. "Be quiet, you two," said Sir Topham Hatt. The trucks remained quiet. "Oh, sir," said Scruff, I'm sorry if I caused a disturbance. I didn't mean to." "It's all right," said Sir Topham Hatt. "I've been waiting to do this for a long time, and, well, this looks like the appropriate moment. Scruffy, prepare to be scrapped." But, sir, said Scruffy, I'm sure we can reach an agreement. Yeah, said Fred. Sir, he'll do anything, anything. The trucks wailed, but it was no use. Sir Topham Hatt had made up his mind. Boko, he said crossly, take Scruffy away to be scrapped. Yes, sir, said Boko. With that, Sir Topham Hatt walked away. The trucks wailed in agony. Oh, dear, they said. Scruffy, our leader, he's going to be scrapped. Have no fear, said Scruffy. Fred, looks like you'll be, taking on from here. Fred had tears in his eyes. He didn't know what to say. Yes, sir. I will, Scruffy, said Fred. A few moments later, Scruffy was uncoupled from the train and Boko took him away. Scruff felt very bad. He didn't mean to have caused such a big accident, but he felt like he had done something very wrong. Wow, said Scruff. I've never heard of a controller scrapping a truck because they're being troublesome. I must have done something very serious. Oh dear, I feel quite silly. I feel like I've done something wrong, too. This isn't right. You know what? You know what I'm going to do? I am going to go get Scruffy. I'm going to save him from scrap. Really? Said the freight cars. Shh, said Scruff. Be quiet. Don't let anybody know. I'm going to do the right thing, and I'm going to prove to my new controller what I think about this. And with that, Scruff waited for a crane to come pick him up and set him on the track so that he could go get Scruffy. A few hours later, it was evening, and Scruff had yet to find Boko. Oh dear, said Scruff as he rolled down the line. Where could Boko have gone? I looked all over the island of Sodor. Oh, now it's night. I can barely see anything. Hey, what's that down the track? All of a sudden, Scruff saw something in the distance. As he rolled closer, he realized it was Scruffy. Scruffy, what are you doing here? Go away, said Scruffy. He was very cross. What are you doing here? Just on the track. And where's Boko? Boko went to go refuel, said Scruffy, not in a very good mood. He said the smelter's yard is a very long distance from where we're going, and, well, he was low on oil. Now, would you please leave? Boko's bound to be back any second now. No, said Scruff. I'm here to take you away. Ah, take me where? Said Scruffy. Back to the yard, with the other trucks. What? Said Scruffy. You can't do that. It's wrong. You're disobeying Sir Topham Hatt. I know, said Scruff, but I have this sensation in my boiler. I'm thinking it's the right thing that I'm supposed to do. Huh, said Scruffy. You better not. Oh, look, just in time. Here comes Boko. Boko was back. Scruff, said Boko, what are you doing here? I'm here to take Scruffy back with me. Oh, I don't think that's a good idea, said Boko. If Sir Topham Hatt found out, he would not be very happy. Well, Sir Topham Hatt's not here, said Scruff, and I feel it is my duty as an engine on the Sodor Railway to do what is right. Just then, out stepped Sir Topham Hatt. What did you say again? Asked Sir Topham Hatt. I tried to warn you, said Boko. Oh, said Scruff. My mistake. Anyway, Sir Topham Hatt, I would like to inform you that I'm taking Scruffy back to the yard. What? Said Sir Topham Hatt, his top hat nearly falling off. You can't do that. You're disobeying me. Sir, said Scruff, with all due respect, as an engine on the Sodor Railway, I feel it is my obligation to do what is right. And you believe this is right? Yes, said Scruff. Sir, they're troublesome trucks. It even says it in the name. They're troublesome. You can't blame them for doing what they know best. Oh, I suppose you're true, said Sir Topham Hatt. But still, that doesn't mean that the trucks can't continue to push engines off the track. I have to keep on paying for the repairs. It's getting costly, you know. Yes, sir, said Scruff. I understand, sir. But maybe Scruffy and you could come to an agreement. No agreement, said Scruffy. Boko, please take me away, right now. Said Sir Topham Hatt. Well, our dear friend Scruffy here doesn't agree with you, Scruff. I don't know what else to say, but oh well, if Scruffy doesn't want to be saved, then that's his problem. Scruff was shocked. Scruffy, he said, how could you do such a thing? I don't care anymore, he said. Sir Topham Hatt is right. We've been too much trouble. I just hope that the other remaining trucks won't do the same mistake that I've done. Scruff was utterly shocked. This is ridiculous, he said. You're coming with me. Sir Topham Hatt had finally had enough. You know what? He said. Scruff, you are right. It appears I have overreacted. And you're right. They are troublesome trucks. It is their nature. I have decided that Scruffy will not be scrapped. Hooray, said Scruff. Hooray, said Boko. Whatever, said Scruffy crossly. I hope Scruffy's mood improves in the coming days. Oh, don't worry, said Scruff. I'll talk to him. Anyway, sir, you should probably get off to bed. It's late. It is late, said Sir Topham Hatt, and you should be getting off to your shed, you know. You've had a very busy day on. You've had a very busy first day on the island of Sodor. Who knows what tomorrow will hold? Exactly, sir, said Scruff. Will do. And with that, Sir Topham Hatt stepped back inside Boko, and Boko rolled away down the track. "You're coming with me," said Scruff. Scruffy then spoke up. "Scruff," he said, "I'm sorry." "You are?" said Scruff. "Yes. I've been acting very rude and poorly to you. I don't know what's come over me. You are very brave to stand up for me. You put your own life on the line." "Oh, it's no big deal," said Scruff as he rolled away. "Yes," said Scruffy. He put on his brakes, and Scruff stopped. "Scruffy, you are one of the bravest engines I've ever known, and I can't even begin to thank you." "It was no big deal," said Scruff. "Now I'm tired. Let's go back to the yard." "All right," said Scruff. "Hey, all right," said Scruffy. "Hey, are we friends?" "I don't know," said Scruff. "Is it normal on the island of Soda for trucks to be friends with engines?" "Not really," said Scruffy, "except for Hector, but he's a different story." "Who's Hector?" said Scruff. "Never mind. I'll tell you about him sometime when you're roaming around the yard." "So we aren't friends, but we aren't enemies. Does that make us frenemies?" "Frenemies. Deal?" "Deal." And with that, Scruff rolled away down the line with his newfound frenemy.